here's what I need to say, Mr. Chairman, if you don't mind giving me a little latitude. So, the three people that just said no, I just want you to know that obviously the conversation's not over. We will work with our legal counsel to find out what our recourse is, such as petitioning for town meeting. The no vote tonight puts the town in jeopardy and puts the public safety services of the town of Old Saybrook in jeopardy of satisfying its mission. And whether it's out of order or not, three of you, and I know you all personally, should be absolutely ashamed of yourselves on voting the way you did.
I don't think Larry Bonin would have acted like that in front of the Board of Finance, and I think that is also one of the biggest gripes with everybody here. A public apology would go a long way. I think this is a great deal. You have to be an idiot not to figure out that it's a great deal. But that behavior is just not acceptable, and the people in town should not have to accept it. He owes those people an apology.
Now, we tried to reach the police chief by phone today, and we also tried to reach him here in the meeting tonight, but he had left before we could get to him.
Time I appeared in front of this board was in October of 2014. And I think we all remember that meeting. Certainly it's been viewed several times on the World Wide Web. I'm here tonight to say this, and I was hoping to be here last week, which would have been the first meeting following the referendum on the police vote. But unfortunately I was ill and couldn't make it. So I'm here tonight to say the same thing I was going to say 2 weeks ago, which is, if at that meeting, on October 21st, 2014, I said or did anything that personally or professionally offended anybody on this volunteer board, I sincerely apologize. That was not my intent at all. What you witnessed that evening was my passion. I have a tremendous amount of passion for my position as police chief, a tremendous amount of passion to make sure that we have the proper equipment, personnel, and professional development ready to meet any emergency need, anyone's need during their time of need. But most of all, what you saw was my passion for my personnel and their safety. And I take that very seriously. Many of you don't know that we have a biannual award ceremony where I stand up and I actually address the families of all of our personnel. And I look each and every spouse or significant other and children in the eye, and I tell them that it is my responsibility on my shoulders to make sure that their loved ones come home safely at the end of their tour of duty. So when we're talking about a piece of equipment, we're talking about a project that someone's been dedicated for 2 years. That's what you saw was my passion. What I'm hoping to do tonight, with your permission, Mr. Chairman, is I'd certainly like to go around, shake hands, put this issue behind us. We certainly have a lot of important work that all of us need to do on behalf of the town of Old Saybrook, which certainly starts tonight with reviewing the police department's budget. But again, if I did offend anybody, totally not my intent whatsoever. But if I did, I apologize. I've spoken to some of you personally about that, but wanted to address you all publicly. So, Mr. Chairman, if you don't mind, if I could just go around and...
Which hand are you going to shake?
I'm going to shake with my right hand. I'm driving with my right hand, shaking with my right. So, Chairman. We'll talk about that. First,
I'm reluctantly shaking.
you're reluctantly shaking.
That's correct.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.